So, who is this figure on the pole, on a pike? Yeah.
This is Blackbeard. Blackbeard, the notorious pirate, the best known pirate in the Americas. And Blackbeard is mysterious. We're not sure where he came from. I think he came from England. At any rate, he was a pirate that operated off the Atlantic coast. At one point, he blockaded the port of South Carolina, of Charleston, South Carolina. But in this area, Blackbeard has really an interesting link. Blackbeard was protected, we think, by the governor of North Carolina, and he would raid Virginia ships. And the Virginia governor at the time, Governor Alexander Spotswood, sent a flotilla of boats after him. And those ships left from Hampton with great fanfare. They sailed off. They encountered Blackbeard and his crew aboard their ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, near Ocracoke Island. There's a fierce battle, Alan. And Blackbeard is a big man, powerful man, and he's shot, stabbed many times, and he falls dead, finally, on the deck of his ship. Lieutenant Maynard draws his sword and lops his head off. Yeah. Hangs his head from the bowsprit of the ship, and the ship sailed back from North Carolina to Hampton, into the Hampton River. People are waiting and cheering. Blackbeard's head's on the bowsprit of the ship going like this, back and forth. And some of Blackbeard's crew that once survived were captured, and 2 of them were hanged here. We know this because of the log of the HMS Pearl. Blackbeard's head is taken and put on a post at the entrance to the Hampton River. And that was traditional, to hang pirates and leave their bodies near the waterways so other sailors would not become pirates. Blackbeard's head, there's actually 3 of them in existence today, and I would suggest that all or 2 of them are fake.
I would think so.
Blackbeard the pirate.
Was the North Carolina, were they an English colony?
Yes,
as well?
all the land here was English colonies.
So the reason why they were protecting Blackbeard could be through because of competition?
There's a lot of speculation, and they think that there are people making money off of it, and there's a lot that's not known, but there's speculation that there was money to be made in North Carolina, and there was, but it's still, a lot of it's mysterious. The image that you see in the distance is a port. It's actually an English port, probably much busier than what Hampton would have been, but it gives you an idea of what the port would have looked like. You see the ships,
right.
You see the people on the wharfs, you see the goods, you see the hogsheads of tobacco, which we saw in our ship's hold. You see a Liberian cask that was used to carry olive oil. You see barrels hanging from winches up on the side of the building. It's probably some type of a warehouse. So that, in essence, was what Hampton looked like. Hampton is named Hampton, by the way, in the early 18th century, named after our Earl of Southampton. Hampton has 3 names over the years. Indians called it Kicquetan, the English called it Kicquetan during that time as well. In 1619, the General Assembly changes the name to Elizabeth City, named after the Princess Elizabeth, because it did not want to have the town named an Indian name. Right. In the early 18th century, as I mentioned, the town was once again renamed the town of Hampton.
Would this painting here would represent like the harbor or the port, how like the bustling, because you see the different, well, you see those are English flags, but the other ships have different ones also?
That's the earliest view of a shipyard on the Chesapeake, probably on the Maryland side, but I have it here because I think it's a period piece which is, speaks to us honestly, and I think this probably kind of what Hampton looked like as well during that time, but it's an early view of a shipyard on the Chesapeake.